Hey Avery Rich, you're first. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing good. How have you been? All right, putting in the trivia question for tonight. We got your fave Mex and DMV Lonzo. How are you? Go to channel DMVZO. I'm doing good. Happy New Year. I mean, today is the 29th of December, so there's, excluding today, since it's mostly done, there's 2 more days of 2025, which is crazy to me. How have you been? Braulio Neto, William Berry, Avery Rich, I'm going to be making another pomander, which is a clove spiked orange. I'll actually pin a comment. FYI, I'm making a pomander clove spiked orange tonight. Let's find an orange emoji. Hello, Allie. How are you? Good to see you. Love that you're green. Did my comment come through? I feel like my desktop is being jank. NC, 2 more days of Livemas. I know! Honestly, I did not get to a point where I was really burnt out or fatigued or like over it. I feel like it's been a really fun, energetic month. I've felt really good and I've really enjoyed doing Livemas. All right, Braulio Neto, doing good. I'm glad I'm home because I'm making another drink, says your fave Max. Okay. All right, let me get a poll question in here for you guys. Poll question number 1. Guess which Alaska set movie I watched this weekend. And then I've got my list of options here. What did I say? Okay. Is it The Fourth Kind, Grizzly Man, 30 Days of Night, or The Hunt for Red October? So I watched a movie set in Alaska this weekend. See if you guys can figure out which one it is. Okay. Ian, looks like, is your name Ian? Go to channel. Ian Gento. Hello, Ian. And he says 365 days of Livemas it is. You know, honestly, this month has, well, think about it like this too. I did a 24-hour live stream the last 2 days of November, and then I went straight into Livemas the next day. So it's made me think, I mean, I think I'm gonna do my regular schedule because I think 1 month is enough doing every single day of live streaming, but honestly, 365 days, I might do that challenge at some point in the future, but I am not gonna sign myself up for that in 2026. There's enough other things that I want to get done that, yeah, I'm not gonna do 365 days of live streaming next year. Hello, Ian. Skylar Bear is here. Boo Boo, Happy New Year. Yes. Antonio Salazar, I'm doing good. I'm going to be making a pomander here in just a second. I wanted to light this amazing spiced gingerbread candle that my sister gifted to me. I've already been burning it quite a bit, so I should actually, I don't know, be a little sparing with this. Reaper, hello. How are you, Reaper? All right, I'm just breaking off the wicks that are a little burnt. NC says that would be crazy, but definitely doable, even if you were only live for 10 minutes. Exactly. When I think about lives, the way I like to do them is I like to be on lives for an extended period of time. But if I were going to challenge myself to do 365 days of streaming, and I think it is doable. It's like live streams can be 1 minute long, they can be 5 minutes long, they can be 10 minutes long. In that case, it's like, okay, I can spare an additional 5 to 10 minutes of every single day. People do 365 day challenges in all types of things, like drinking water or working out or getting to bed on time at the same time, not eating sugar, not drinking alcohol. Like there's plenty of things people commit to for 365 days or longer. So maybe I'll do it in 2027, who knows? But I feel like this has been a good month where I'm like, yeah, I can do longer live streams, because I would say on average my live streams this month have been maybe 2 hours, because most of them I would say are over 2 though, maybe 2.5 hours. And I don't feel fatigued, burned out, ready to be completely done with this. So it's a good feeling. And I think I am gonna miss doing Live Miss on Thursday. That'll be the first day I don't do Live Miss after this stretch. Constantine, yes. I'm gonna watch some George Carlin stand up tonight. Nice, young Chazi. Leroy, hello, your fave Mex. Only thing that angers me about Grizzly Man is that he took his girlfriend with him knowing he didn't have control of the situation. True. I mean, but at the same time, she was a completely consenting adult. At any point, she could have said no. She was not forced there in chains. She was not being smuggled. She was not incapacitated as far as the documentary goes. So she was accountable for her own actions. She did not have to follow her boyfriend there to Alaska. If my partner or my husband was telling me to come along with them and live in the wild and approach grizzly bears, even if I love them to death, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. So it is unfortunate, but she was not forced to go there to Alaska with him. It is unfortunate though what happened. All right, let's get these candle wicks lit up. Peace and joy, hello, Skylar Bear. Many New Year's resolutions. I am gonna be making a YouTube short, so stay tuned. Allie, oh no, what's going on today that you don't like? All right, I'm just gonna do 2 of these wicks to maybe spare the candle a little bit. Beautiful candle that my sister gave to me. Yaba, I was expecting The Revenant. I don't think that was set in Alaska. I think that was set somewhere else. Let's see, where is The Revenant set? Yeah, The Revenant is set in Montana and South Dakota, not in Alaska. Cosborn, the audio of the attack is not genuine. It makes you wonder how terrifying the real tape was. Yeah, ooh, very haunting. I would never want to listen to it. Your fave Mex is very true. Brandon Preacher Green, good to see you in green. Allie, my boyfriend's in the hospital with gallstones. Oh no, I'm sorry, Allie. Oof, sorry to hear that. I don't know exactly how someone gets gallstones, but I've heard of them and they sound really, really unpleasant. Tony, thank you, Tony. Don Mandy is here. Terrence. Jesus David Gonzalez, good to see you. Brandon Preacher Green, are you making anything tonight? Check the pinned comment. I'm making another pomander. He's a trooper. Good, Allie. Well, I feel like in those situations, at least having some gumption can help get you through. Oh, even if it is painful. I've seen black bears in the wild. At the time, I was not thinking about befriending them. At least temperamentally, you have a better shot of not getting mauled or unalived by a black bear. Generally, if you're gonna come across a black bear versus a grizzly bear, we have black bears here in Minnesota, and they're basically like large raccoons. They're dumpster divers. They just love getting into stuff, but they tend to be afraid of people. And you're actually supposed to make yourself large and like scream at them to get them to go away. You should not do that with a grizzly bear though. The phrase is black, fight back, brown, get down, white, good night. Because if a polar bear is coming after you, you're probably a goner. But yeah, luckily we just have black bears here in Minnesota, not grizzly bears. Your fave Mex, I think I saw, yes, that's the one I read. Wesley, JSD, ciao Hannah, hello. All right, so candle is lit, pretty candle is all lit. And I'm gonna get started on pomander number 2. So I'm making this for my sister because I gifted my first pomander to my mom, and my sister is like, oh my gosh, I love the way that looks. I want one. And so I was like, I can make you one. I bought a second orange, so I decided to make another pomander. Thank you, Jesus. All right, so I'm just gonna, someone was saying if I should use like a line or something. Kind of don't. I don't want to mark up the orange. I think I'm just gonna hope that I can get it pretty straight. William Berry, it's sad what happened to Grizzly Man and Woman, but I still think the world is a better place with wacky, eccentric people like that in it. Those are the types that get all the medals during the war. True. I mean, yeah, you don't want everyone to just be quote unquote normal, where it's just like they do nothing out of the ordinary. They do everything to the T, follow all the rules. It's like you gotta have some people that are creative, do unusual things. I mean, that's how you get inventions. That's how you get progress, innovation, technology. So yeah, I'm not against it. I just think that particular case in Grizzly Man is very unfortunate. Omar Maxwell, Yaba, check the profile, found it looking for someone else. Ooh. Go to channel. I heard Freckles, yeah. Honestly, that suggestion of doing Freckle merch is so good. Silly Willy. Cosborn, I seen 30 Days of Night on a first date. Oh my gosh. I would never pick that as a first date movie. Oh my gosh. That's a funny story to tell now, but man, I would never pick that for a first date. Oh my gosh, how funny. That is a very funny choice in hindsight. Cool Dude says, I like oranges. Me too. D Bex wants to know what kind of vacuum I have. I have a Bissell that I've had for, oh my goodness, I think it's been 5 years now. So these are cloves. Oh my God, they smell like heaven. Oh, whole cloves are a must for studding hams, especially for the holidays. Coffee cakes, batter breads, cloves also bring out the flavor in beef. Oh my goodness, honestly, this is such a soothing smell. I just love the smell of cloves. So these are Madagascar cloves. And here, I'll show you what one of them looks like. Rich, yes! Coffee, hello. Goofy Gouda guy. Parameswaran. No, I don't watch Stranger Things. Wesley, Rich, is that your purple helmet? Right, yeah, because Rich has a Vikings helmet. That is so cool. All right, so let's get started on this pomander. I'm gonna try and make this as neat and tidy as my first one. And it is a gift for my sister. It might be Wes. Coffee, I'm wearing the green jacket on my name here. Yep, you're a member now, Coffee. So go and check out the members' content on the channel. It's there just for you guys in green. All right, clove number 1 in. So now I'm just gonna do a line straight down. Let's see. Lisa, hello, happy Monday. I'm making another pomander. Coffee, you should thank, he's not here I don't think, but Pavlo is the one who gifted you a membership. Viral Kid, hello. Lisa, Coffee, Rich, Coffee, I think your other account got a membership too. That's so cool. Hello, Kirby. How are you on this Monday? Oh, Randy, I'm so glad you reminded me. That's what I forgot to do. I'm gonna turn on the game here in just a second. Once I get this clove in here. Coffee, SM with the obligatory dab emoji. Love it. All right. The only tricky thing about this, a couple tricky things. The cloves can sometimes break. Like the tops can kind of crack off when you're spiking the orange. And 2, when you're putting the clove into the orange, sometimes you can get a spritz of orange, not juice, but like mist. And you don't want it obviously to go into your eye because that would sting. It's acidic. Coffee. Kirby, oh, you had no work today. What? Are you kidding me? That's so nice. Except, of course, your farm work, right? Or did someone else take care of it for you today? Or was Bertha behaving herself? Was she behaving perfectly? I doubt it. All right. Clove number 2. Woohoo! So, thank you, Randy, again for that reminder. I'm going to turn on this NFL game. It's the Atlanta Falcons versus someone with a better record, and I can't remember. LA Rams? LA Chargers? I think it's LA. I can't remember who, though. Rams at Falcons. That's it. All right. Andrew, good evening to you. Yes, I am having a great day. How are you? Your fave Mex, forget Grizzly Man. I remember where I was when Steve Irwin passed. He was my hero. I don't remember where I was, but I just remember the feeling of hearing the news and being so, it was very disturbing hearing how he passed away. And it also just didn't feel real because I remember thinking to myself when the news broke, oh my gosh, wait, this is the crocodile hunter we're talking about. He's escaped crocodiles and snakes and all these scary animals. And you mean to tell me he finally encountered an animal that was lethal and he didn't survive? It just didn't feel possible. But sadly, yeah, he is missed. So missed. All right. I know Rich is saying no work. Yeah, Rich, I was gonna ask you, because you had made a comment either yesterday or the day before that you were ready to return to work. And I wanted to ask how your return to work has been. SM says, I nearly died in a snow squall today. A snow squall? I don't know what that means. What is a snow Squall. What is a snow squall? It's an intense but short-lived burst of heavy snow and strong gusty winds. Ooh. Okay, I definitely have been in those before, but I just have never heard the word squall before. Learned a new word today. Thank you, SM. But also, I am happy that you are home safe. Yes. Yikes. Bonsai Pizza. Hello. Pomelo. Oh, it's a pomander. This is a pomander that I'm making. Nobody, I'm doing good. It was a nice Monday today. Fun making a pomander, says Lisa. Yes, they are so fun. I love them. Randy, okay, another great game. I've got it on my phone. You can see it real small right there, but I'm gonna make it large screen and turn up the volume a little bit. Oh my God, it's Kirk. Lol. Long time no see, Kirk. And I'm gonna prop it up over here. Da 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 da. Yabba Ashk03, hello. Sorry for yawning, guys. All right, Yabba. Did I miss a gift? I feel like I missed a gift that someone sent. Just want to make sure. No, I don't think so. Yeah, but oh, it was Chad Wilson. Chad Wilson, thank you very much for the 100 gift. I got you. Kirby, wait, hold on. Coffee with the hand emojis. Then Jungle Thriving. Steve Irwin was my hero too. Yep, that man was so pure and put on this earth to conserve wildlife and interact with wildlife and just be a champion for nature. Oh yeah, that man was just a legend. I loved Steve Irwin. Coffee, Chad Wilson, SM, Kirby, okay, here's your comment. I work overnight into the morning and they wanted me to come in 3 hours later for an 8-hour? No, thank you. Wait, hold on, Kirby, hold on. Like, this is just crazy. Like, did they just expect you to go home and like get a small nap? Also, we got a dono tower going on. I got it. I think I got it. Also, don't you, okay, Kirby, don't you work overnight as, it's in like the health, it's like health care adjacent where it's like a crisis hotline or something? Like, to me, that just seems so backwards that if I'm right, if you're helping people in that way, you know, to help, you know, to talk to them or help someone in a crisis, it's health related, and then they're asking you to turn right around, get no sleep, and come on back and work some more. That doesn't seem conducive to your well-being. What is this? Anyways, Wesley Kirby's like snow. Coffee. Jungle Thriving. I'm making a pomander. Pomander take 2. I made one last week for Christmas. Oh my God, and they smell like heaven. It's orange plus clove. And clove you can think of as, like, I'm trying to think of foods you would have it in. Like an apple pie, like cinnamon, that kind of, like an apple cinnamon herb, not herb, but I'm not doing this justice. But just the combo of citrus and clove is so incredible. Easy day indoor painting. Cool, Rich. That sounds like fun. Al AI is from Iraq. Daniel Berry Sports highlights. Happy Monday. SM. What did you say? Okay, there was MHZ baseball with the dono tower of 100s and flowers. Thank you so much for that, MHZ baseball. All right, what's going on with this game? Wow, the Falcons are up 14-0. Okay. All right, another gift. Laundry night. I know, Yava, you have such a dislike of or not, I don't know if you dislike it, but you certainly seem attuned to my washer dryer noises. Yes. So I am going on a New Year's Eve trip this week, guys. News alert. I am going up north and I'm leaving on Wednesday. And that means, so I worked today, I work tomorrow, and then I have to pack and get ready, you know, probably not tonight, but like tomorrow after work, and then leave on Wednesday. And then I'll be gone up north all week into the weekend. And that means I have to do laundry. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna really I don't wanna cram it into tomorrow night, because that's the last night before I leave. So yep, tonight had to be the laundry night. Sorry, Abba. I know, I'm suspecting it's not your favorite noise. COD Zombie. Let's see, SM says, sorry, wrote the comment twice because I thought one of the words was on the shadow ban list. Oh no, you're good, no worries. Wow. 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 That was like a 100-meter sprint. Oh my God, who was that? I'm watching it was Bijan Robinson. Dang, they are smoking these Rams. Dang, and it's at Atlanta too, I think. It looks like it's at Atlanta. Holy moly, wow. I gotta oh no, come on phone. I must have hit something, gosh darn it. That was an epic play. Sorry, one sec. Phone is glitching out. I need a replay of this. Oh, this is killing me. Yeah. Bijan Robinson. Okay, let's see this. Oh my gosh. When they just sprint all the way. And that poor Rams player dove and barely just touched his ankle. Man, that was sick. Okay, I'm back. I had to watch that. Coffee. William Berry. I remember the scene that put Steve Irwin on the map. He almost got bit in the groin by a crocodile. That made the rounds everywhere. Of course it did. Woo! Would have been such bad news for him. Let's see, we got Coffee W Baseball, Arthur Lugiano, thank you for the thumbs up. MHC Baseball, thanks again for the Dono Tower. Alternate account, yes, I'm a reindeer through January 7th because that is Christmas 2.0. SM, Hannah, when you get a chance, look up snow squall highway videos. Oh, trust me, I've driven in snow squalls. I remember I lived in rural Minnesota for a period of time. It was not fun, but I'm glad I lived out there just for the experience. And it was so brutal. I remember I lived way up a hill out of town. And I remember it was dark night, probably like 8:30, 9 p.m., driving up this hill, and the car could barely make it up the hill without starting to slide because of all the snow. And the wind and snow were just gusting into the windshield. And I was like, one, I don't think I'm gonna make it up the hill to make it home tonight. Two, I'm probably gonna have to get a hotel room in town if I don't crash the car first. I hope there isn't wildlife around here. It was terrible, but yes, I have driven in a snow squall before and it sucked. I would not recommend it. Ugh. Alternate account, Kirby, it's only because I'm part-time. Oh, still though, honestly, that doesn't seem right for them, knowing that you work overnight, to then ask you to return 3 hours later. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't seem kind. Like, you wouldn't ask that of your family or friends, of anyone you cared about, But the fact that an employer asks that of employees is like, that does not seem right. Hassan, hello, feeling good. Rob, oh, Smile Forever sent a 100. Sorry about that. Thank you for donating. I've got you down on my list. We got Drew Denzel, hello. Crisis Center, I have to go in and have one-on-ones with patients. I wish it was a hotline. Gotcha. So I was right. It is a crisis center, and I consider that part of the healthcare field. It's like you're not like an ER person, but you're still there helping patients. And I'm like, dude, yes, we got to care for the patients, but we also have to care for the providers of care too. And you're providing one-on-one care to patients. Like, this drives me crazy. I cannot stand how overworked and burnt out healthcare workers are. Sorry. It's a pet peeve of mine, big time, especially in this country. Coffee. Dr. Hugo Felipe is in Chile. Saludos. Also, both jobs let me make my schedule, so I can't complain too much. Fair. I didn't know that part of it, but still. If someone was asking me to come in 3 hours after I had worked a shift and it was overnight, I'd say no. Like, I need to get sleep because I want to be a healthy employee and show up well for my patients. Don't think they have much to say in response to that. Dylan Thomas O'Boyle. Hello, Dylan. How are you? Coffee. Joe Martin. Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year, guys. It's so soon. And I'm excited to see what's in store for 2026. Dylan Thomas O'Boyle. I'm looking for a partner to drive across Europe. Any takers? Well, I am not going to be in Europe anytime soon, and probably not driving across Europe like that. I just don't have the kind of time. So I'm definitely out of the running. Dylan, just to hold the map. What about GPS? What? Coffee, Kurt Good. I'm making a pomander. I also have to put my laundry in the dryer. So I'm gonna actually turn this camera over to the side. Oh, I hope I don't screw this up too much. You can kind of see over there, right? Yeah, you can see. Alright, I'm almost back. I love how the number of viewers ticks up when I'm doing laundry and not my pomander. Alright, gonna get this back in place, or try to. Sorry guys, not trying to give you guys vertigo. Is that straight? No. All right, Kirby, almost halftime, there we go. Kurt, good. How was your work today? It was good. It was really chill. It's a pretty quiet week, I would say, because a lot of people are taking time off for New Year's. So I'm taking Wednesday, like I'm off of work starting Wednesday through the weekend for New Year's. And I think there's some people who are out all week. So it's pretty chill this week, but it's nice. I don't mind being at work when it's slow. Shoot, I've been really craving lemon water, so I'm just taking some lemon juice. Let me get it some water. Nicola, ciao Bella, hello. All right, I know I'm behind here. William Barry, we had to work brutal and strange hours when working with live animals that had to be on airplanes shipped to customers. Ooh. Lucy Tapp, hello. Kirby, two Hannahs. Trey Hodges, what were you up to? Shaika, Yaba, Hannah Anthony Joshua was in a car crash. Oh my gosh, whoa. That is really scary. Holy moly, I'm glad that he's okay. Oh, book lovers forever, Potato. Oh my gosh, awesome. Good to see you. Thanks for letting me know. Toxic Mayhem, hello. Nicole. I have a membership, but it's on my book lovers channel. Gotcha. Okay, sounds good. In-unit washer dryer and yes, fancy. Well, I wouldn't say fancy, but very convenient. I like having everything I need in my space. Jacoby, how are you, Jacoby? Coffee, someone is 50 years old tomorrow. Any guesses? He is not bad at golf. Ooh, who would be 50? I feel like Tiger Woods is older. Ooh, fun gift, yay. Got it. Who is 50 tomorrow? It's gonna be, I feel like Tiger Woods, he seems like he could be right around 50. It is Tiger Woods. Ah, that's so crazy. Wow, December 30th. What a cool birthday. Basically New Year's Eve. Toxic Mayhem. That's sweet of you. Wade in Texas, y'all, sent the hot chocolate, hot cocoa. Thank you. Wade in Texas. Thank you, book lovers, for the extra sub. Yeah, we're getting close to 13K. It's very, very exciting. Ham Radical USA. James Terry, good to see you, James. Let's see. Banter Brigadier. Ultra Go Get a VN, hello. Hank Hill. Yeah, some people passed away from the car crash with Anthony Joshua. That's really sad. Hannah, it was a tropical fish that we were importing and distributing. Wow, interesting. I'm in a hotel. I visited Nebraska to see my grandparents. We were halfway home. That's so cool. I love being on the road. I think it's so fun, especially when you're visiting family. Book lovers. Nicole is here. RSK Crozen Coffee wants to get this live to 550 likes. I don't think we'll get there, but never say never. You can never be certain. The algorithm has been doing some incredible stuff this month. All right. Bye, book lovers / potato. That's okay, Elizabeth. Don't feel bad. Like, you come to the live streams whenever you want to and are able to. Completely optional, don't worry. Max is here. Randy, 21-0 Atlanta All-State halftime show is on. Yeah, they are not showing the halftime show on the NFL app, unfortunately. That's the only way I can see it. James Terry, honestly, I'm very impressed that you've been going live every day. That's hard to do. There are times where, like, I'll be tired by the end of the day or by the time that I'm going to go live. But I love it so much that I, like, having that passion for doing live streams really carries you through on the more tired, less motivated days. It's been so fun. And there's just 2 more days of Livemas left. Jupiter Clone, my birthday is September 13th. Elizabeth says K. Don Mandy, hello. All right, let's get another clove in here without spritzing my eye with orange spray, orange juice. Stephen Washington, hello, how are you? Nicole. So that's what I got so far. I wish I would focus a little bit better for you guys. I feel like it's not focusing well. Hello, Shaquille. James Terry, well, we appreciate the entertainment. I'm glad. I love it. I think it's so fun to chat with you guys, hear what you've been up to, hear about your holidays. All right, let's keep this clove line going. Nice little spritz. Shaquille, I'm doing good. How are you? Are you excited for New Year's? You guys should share your New Year's plans in the chat. What do you guys have going on? Are any of you going out and partying? Are you guys going to small gatherings at someone's home? Are you just laying low? Feel free to share. Happy Monday, Shaquille. Elizabeth Gravatt, so the way you do pomanders, I mean, there's really no rules, but what I do is I take a toothpick and I pierce little holes and then I stick in little cloves into the orange, and I'm doing 4 lines down the side, so I'm working on my first line of cloves. Shaquille says I'm fine. Good to hear. Smoke says creative. Shaquille. Ooh, Elizabeth is going to a basketball game. Which basketball game are you going to? Fun. Okay, which one, Elizabeth? Nicole. Coffee, my friend, I love you. going to NC State and something else. I forgot the other team's name. Should be fun. Sounds fun. Kirby. Something else, LOL. Shaquille says, I'm tired. Okay. Well, you can go to sleep. You don't have to hang out on here if you're tired. No worries. And Happy New Year to everybody. Drew Denzel, Happy New Year. Yes, Happy New Year to everybody. Just so, oh my gosh, it feels like we're just like blowing through, we're blowing through holidays. Just, it feels like Halloween was a few weeks ago, and then it feels like Thanksgiving was yesterday, and Christmas was last week now, and now New Year's is in 2 days. Just, yeah, 2025, fastest year on record for me personally. Feels like the fastest year I've ever lived. And I hope that remains true for the rest of my life. I want all of my subsequent years to feel longer than 2025 at the very minimum. I don't want time to feel like it's just flying by. That looks pretty straight. I'm sad that 2025 is going away. I don't feel sad that 2025 is over. I feel like it was a mixed bag in terms of growth, fun adventures, challenges, unpleasant things. So I'm like satisfied. I'm like, okay, all right, 2025. It's been a year. And I'm ready for 2026. I feel ready for that. For the new year. Mr. Bill, Nicole, Jupiter Clone. So did you have tofu lo mein for Christmas dinner? No, I had vegetable stir fry with tofu. I don't know if you could even call it vegetable stir fry. It was like pretty chill veggies. It was like broccoli, bok choy, mushrooms, with tofu, and then like a pretty chill sauce, nothing too spicy. Ergo Video Oasis, hello. How are you? Happy almost New Year. Nicole, 8:20 a.m. and Tuesday for you. Wow. Chris, good to see you. How have you been? Dr. Hugo Felipe, you should do a New Year's Eve live chat. I am going to be going live on New Year's Eve. I haven't decided the exact time. I actually I'm thinking of sticking with the 8 p.m. Central Time slot that I usually go live. So that's the tentative plan, is 8 p.m. Central Time on New Year's Eve. Yeah. I really love 8 p.m. I feel like that, in this first year of doing live streaming, 8 p.m. has felt like a really good time for me. It's the end of the day. I've always been a nocturnal person in terms of when I have the most energy and I'm most productive. And I like it as a fun way to end the day, just hanging out and chatting with all of you guys. Kirby says, I'm growing bok choy, but have no clue how it looks. Oh, that's cool. Well, I think it's really pretty. It's this rich green leafy stalk, and then the bulb at the bottom is actually my favorite part. Whoa, we got comboed 100s. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, got it. Nicole. Jupiter clone. All right, I am gonna get you on my list. Thank you so much, Jupiter clone. Have you ever had a sinus infection? Honestly, like, not that I'm aware of. Not as long as I've been because I know babies can get sinus infections, but as long as I've been a conscious person, so from, I don't know, preschool age, 4 or 5, all the way till now. I mean, who knows? I could have had one and might not have known. But I also feel like you'd know if you had a sinus infection, because people who have had sinus infections say that they suck. And as far as I know, I don't think I've ever had a sinus infection. I don't think I've ever had an ear infection. Yeah, I would have to ask my parents though, because maybe I had a sinus infection or an ear infection or something like that when I was really little and I can't remember. But especially like as an adult, since like high school, no, I've never had a sinus infection. Nicole says my birthday is August 3rd. Okay. Coffee says happy early New Year's. Yes. Yaba is saying, okay, Hannah, guess what I'm doing? Yes, Hogmanay, Hootenanny, a long night. Oh my gosh, wait. So Yaba, I'm curious to know, what time does the Village Hootenanny start on Wednesday? And when, like, at what point does the festivities end? Does it just go all through the night into sunrise? Because that's honestly what I picture going down when I think of a Village Highland Hootenanny, where I remember you saying all of the hotels are booked in the Village. It's gonna be a big not festival, but like a big celebration. I would imagine that the party just rolls into the morning of New Year's Day. I would be surprised if it doesn't. All right, Jupiter Clone, thank you so much for the Dono Tower. I appreciate you. Prime Colors. Kirby, also kohlrabi, but don't know how it looks either. I don't know. I feel like I've eaten kohlrabi, but I can't picture what it looks like off the top of my head. I'm gonna Google that really quick. Kohlrabi. Yes, I see this at the grocery store, but I never buy it, but I'm sure I've eaten some dish at some vegan restaurant that had kohlrabi in it. Shaquille, Nicole, the Unbothered Sun, good to see you. Only 14 more days, OMG. Shaquille. Peel, see you later. Bye, Nicole. All right. Continue with the pomander. Looks like it has a little mohawk. Peace and joy, hello. Do you love squid? I love my uncle Squidward. I call him Squid. I think squid are really interesting creatures. So in that way, I guess I like them, but I don't eat animal products, so I don't like squid as a food item. NC said hi. Hello, hello. How's work going for you, NC? Anything major in your pharmacist work? Do you have time off this week? I'm assuming New Year's Day, but also I feel like working at a pharmacy, I feel like it's one of those jobs where you just have to work on holidays because people need their meds. Peace and joy, my friends. It's Coffee Jolly Stitch. All right, getting almost done with the first row. I think this is a juicier orange than my previous pomander. I don't mind, I'm just noticing. Give me love. Thank you, give me love. Felipe Rocco. Nicole, you live in Los Angeles. I will not be making it out to Los Angeles next year, so I won't be able to attend, but I hope you have a great birthday next August. Rated Frog, yep, I'm back at it with the pomander. This is for my sister, Rachel Gore. Chloe's Journey. Thank you, Chloe, for your kind comment. I appreciate that. Yeah, Elizabeth, totally. Oh my gosh, when people are on here and they're leaving comments that they're really tired, I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh, please log off, get off of your phone or your tablet or your whatever device and just go to sleep. It's okay. I feel like if you're tired and you need to go to sleep, you should definitely put your device down and just rest. Not have a screen in your face. Coffee is asking, is Rachel Gore here? The thing is, I know she watches most of my lives. She'll put them on her TV or one of her devices, but she might be lurking. I don't know. I haven't seen a comment from her, so I think she's watching, but I don't think she's commenting. She's probably doing other stuff. She likes to put on my live streams while she works on other stuff at home. Juicy, juicy. Oh my goodness, my hands are gonna be a little stickier. Holy moly. Dang. Atlanta's got some runners. Oh, it's the same dude, Bijan Robinson. This dude needs to try out for the Olympic sprint team. Every time I look over, I feel like he's just sprinting away and no one can catch him. It reminds me of Tyreek Hill in his prime. Man, no one could catch that dude if he had some open space and was just at top speed or accelerating. It's like, good luck catching him. By Elizabeth, Mr. Cravensworth. White Lightning. I am making a pomander. It's a craft. well, it's a craft nowadays, but these were actually used back in the plague times to avoid getting sick and make yourself smell really nice. So like an air freshener. I'm gonna need to like dab this off, because there is some juice coming out of this. Ready to talk, Hannah? Did you ever play bowling? Oh yeah, I've gone bowling. Oh man. In my life, I would say I've gone bowling at least 50 times since I was a kid, because there were so many bowling birthday parties. I remember doing a fundraiser for school at a bowling alley. I went to my 10-year high school reunion back in 2022, and it was at a bowling alley. I went bowling when I worked in Germany. I remember, I didn't know this was happening, but apparently over there, the government gives teachers a paid day to go out and do a fun activity as like bonding and getting to know your colleagues, and just like a fun day out for teachers. And I remember showing up to my school for work one day, and I was expecting to teach that day, but they were like, the teachers in the teachers lounge told me, no, we have an outing today. We're gonna be going bowling, and you should come with us. You really should come with us because you're one of the teaching staff. And I thought, okay. So I went bowling in Munich, Germany. Forgot about that until now. So I've gone bowling in Germany. I have such like vivid memories in bowling alleys. This is a much less happy memory, but I remember, I don't remember how old I would have been, but there was this terrible bridge collapse here in Minneapolis. I don't know if it's Minneapolis or St. Paul, Twin Cities area, but I remember being at a bowling alley, and it was my family, and then a family we are friends with, and their son, and me and my sister are all friends. And I remember we were bowling, and they had these huge TV screens up in the bowling alley, and then all of us looked up because all of the TVs suddenly switched to the same news station, and it was showing coverage of the I-35W bridge collapse, which happened. I want to look this up, but I remember like we were all looking at it and we were like, is that real? Like it was just this huge bridge that had collapsed. When did the I-35W bridge collapse? Wow. Yep, so I was in a bowling alley on August 1st, 2007, which means I would have been going into the 8th grade. And we were there, our two families, and we all just were looking up at the TV screens. And I remember like the three of us, me, my sister, and our friend from the other family, we kind of were like, oh my gosh, what is that? And then we looked to like one of the adults, and he just was like, just keep bowling. I think he didn't want us to freak out over it, but it was very wild seeing this bridge just like in the Mississippi River, because it just looked like it just didn't look real. As a kid, I was like, did that bridge just fall down into the river with cars on it and people? Yeah, it was very. That's like a very, it's like when this happened, I remember exactly where I was. That I know exactly where I was when the I-35W bridge collapsed in Minneapolis. Yeah, that was a long tangent on bowling. Shaquila's going, Nicole, Stu NY. Thanks, I appreciate it. Mr. Cravensworth, oh, I thought it was like a magic 8-ball. Also, I need to close this poll. Sorry, guys. I tried to close it by the 1 hour mark, and we're now 5 minutes past the hour. Hello Stu, White Lightning. I think I answered you, but this is a Pomander, old school craft, and just like the OG antimicrobial and air freshener. Raid Frog says that's a lot. I've been to 15 or 20. Yeah, I really like bowling. I feel like it's a fun activity. You really don't need any skill. I would say I'm like decent, but I've thrown plenty of gutter balls in my life. And if you're really bad, you can always put the bumpers up so that you're not just always throwing gutter balls. Yeah, it's just it's fun to think like I can think of different ages, different people, different cities, Germany once, but I can think of just different eras of my life at bowling alleys, and it's the same activity, and I can think of like how excited I was when I would get a spare or a strike, or is it a turkey when you get 3 strikes in a row? Yeah, it's really fun. So many good memories in bowling alleys with so many different people in so many different places. It's a solid, and I feel like too, what I like about bowling too, is it's very there's a wide range of ages. Like little kids can bowl, they've got like the little ramps that kids can just push the ball down. So I would say it's family friendly, kid friendly. Also ability, like a wide range of abilities. Like even if you're handicapped, like if you have trouble walking, if you are wheelchair bound, you can still throw a bowling ball using a ramp, or I don't know if there's another way to assist, but I'm sure you could throw one yourself sitting in a wheelchair. But I think it's just like a good light activity that is very accessible and not super intimidating if you're not, because there's other things like golf. Like I've never done actual golf in my life. I think going ice skating can be kind of intimidating for people if they don't have good balance, or they never have been on ice before in skates. But bowling, it's like pretty much anyone can do bowling, even if you suck, or if you've never done it before. Yeah, but yep, we set up at 7 p.m. Expect to finish around 6 to 7 in the morning. Oops, 6, 7, you did it, Yaba. I'm so proud of you. You finish at 6, 7. The music continues, but we rotate the workload. That is amazing, Yaba. I love that. That is like a proper New Year's celebration. You start at 7 p.m. or you start setting up at 7 p.m. and you go all the way until 6 or 7 in the morning. That is so amazing. Kirby says this would be great with the grapefruit too. I agree. Yes. Big Haas, Toxic Mayhem. I went bowling a lot in high school. Cool. Rich. Happy birthday, Bertha. Ooh. Kirby, happy birthday, Queen. Imagine upsetting her. Toxic Mayhem, is that real? That's why AI was created. It will fool many. When the truth is real, or when the truth is fake, it will be true. I know, I worry about this. I worry about how believable AI generated content is going to become. Because now, like these days, even if it's really good AI, I'm like that, it feels a little glitchy, it feels a little robotic, but man, I think it's gonna get crazy believable in a very short period of time. Poll number 1, okay, let's read the results. Sorry I kept you guys waiting for so long. Guess which Alaska set movie I watched this weekend? I was not able to trick you guys, I'm so disappointed. 30 Days of Night came in first, and that is the movie that I actually watched it with my sister 2 nights ago? Saturday night, right? Yeah. It was Saturday night. Yes, we watched 30 Days of Night. So good job, guys. 40% of you just about got it right. Can we act like it's Magic 8 Ball, but you answer? Sure, I don't remember how Magic 8 Ball works. Toxic Ma'am, I can curve a bowling ball to a strike. Ooh, that's so fancy. Turkey is for 3 strikes. Got it. Thanks for confirming, Rated Frog. The Magic 8 Ball just seems more fun than holding jeweled fruit. Oh, I mean, I'm gonna still be working on this because this is a gift. Mauve is here. Awesome, you have the same antlers. Omega Supreme, good to see you. Golf is more intimidating for me, same. Like, I would not know which, I would be able to maybe guess at which of the golf clubs to use, but I really know nothing about the process of like putting on a course. No. Osborne, most bowling alleys have a movable assist ramp to roll the ball down to. Yes, I would use those sometimes if there was like a really heavy bowling ball that I wanted to throw down the alley, but I couldn't swing it because my arms are not super strong. I've used those ramps before. Memberships at my course are $87K a year. I believe it, Rich. Matthew Carmona said hi. Question number 1. Best date night movie ever? Oh, 30 Days of Night. I disagree. Oh my god, I would never watch that. I'm trying to think. That makes me think like which movie. I'm trying to think like what on a date night. Like which of these movies have I watched on a date night? Thinking. Mr. Cravensworth, can you remember the last time you were most embarrassed? I'm trying to think. I don't know if it would have been this year. Ooh, I got a good one. Yeah. Ooh, story time. I mean, this was years ago. So this would have been, I think either late 2020 or early 2021. Basically, so I had to get the COVID vaccine for school. I was in a public health program and we were required to get it. So when the vaccines became available, I went to a Walgreens to get my first of 2. I got the Pfizer vaccine. And OMG, so mortifying. So I went to Walgreens, and it's super easy. You just go back to the pharmacy and then you say, I want to get a COVID vaccine. And then they're like, all right, just wait here in the little sitting area and then we'll call you. And they have these little private, it looks like a cubicle at a work office. But they took me and I don't know if it was a pharmacist or a tech, but it was whoever was going to give me the vaccine. We went and sat in this little like private cubicle, just me and her. And then I think I like sat my arm like this. And then she did the whole like, swab it down with rubbing alcohol and then gave me the vaccine and then put a Band-Aid on. And then she's like, and of course, being me, I got lightheaded. I feel like just seeing a syringe, knowing that I'm gonna get a vaccine, it just triggers me into like panic mode. I start sweating. I start just becoming really hot and it's just terrible and dizzy. So I started panicking, but I was like, all right, I'm sitting down, like it's over. I never look. And then she's like, all right, we're gonna like sit here for observation just to like make sure you're okay. And then it's like, a few minutes went by and then she's like, all right, I think you're good. And then she went back to help the next person. And then I could still feel that I was shaky, not feeling good. But I was like, I'm fine, I'm gonna get up and just head on out. And then I think I knew I needed to eat something because I was starting to get lightheaded. So I went and grabbed probably a granola bar or a cookie or something. And then I went to because usually in a Walgreens, the pharmacy is all the way in the back. So I was walking back toward the front, had my food item, whatever it was, And then I stood in line, and I remember it was the social distancing stickers, so you had to stand on the sticker and stand 6 feet away from the next person in line. And there were a good 3 people at least in front of me, maybe 4. And I'm standing there, and I can kind of feel myself feeling lightheaded, like standing up was not a good idea. And then the next thing I know, I'm like, it feels like I'm just like being whooshed backwards. Like I literally lost balance. I lurched backwards and was like backstepping, trying to catch myself. And I crashed into an end cap of one of the aisles. And I just went boom, and I think I hit a sign. And then I was sitting there on the ground, and then I look up, and then everyone in front of me in line has like turned around and is looking down at me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. I should have just stayed sitting there with where the pharmacy tech and I were sitting for another 10, well, at least like 5 minutes, maybe 10. But I was like, oh my God, this is so embarrassing. And then I had to I think 1 or 2 people, they were like, oh my God, are you okay? And then they helped me up, and I was like, yeah, I'm sorry guys, I'm bad with vaccines. And then I just had to awkwardly stand there. Because I was like, I know I need to get food now, because I'm literally in need of sugar and something to wake me up. But then I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then it's okay. And then everyone just gets back in line, and then I have to just stand there feeling so embarrassed because everyone just saw me crash out and tumble into an end cap, into merchandise. So that was, I don't think I was eligible for the vaccines until 2021. So I think it was sometime around then, but it was so embarrassing. Oh my God, that's my worst. It's up there, maybe not the worst, but that's one of the worst medical experiences I've had. Fainting while on my feet at Walgreens in the checkout line. Luckily, at the very least, silver lining here, there was no one standing behind me, because I would have gone crashing into them, and they would have been like, dude, what the heck is this girl, drunk? Is she on drugs? What is going on here? So it was just me at the back of the line, lurching backward, passing out, crashing into the end cap. And then I didn't fully pass out because I just it was just a very weird, it happened so fast. And then suddenly I was just sitting on the ground, and I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe that just happened to me. So bad. So embarrassing. The first thing I see when I look over at the comments, Kirby, I remember this story. So embarrassing. Mr. Cravensworth, there you go. There's your answer. Kirby says, I was going to start playing, but got very busy during late summer and fall. Are you talking about golf? Okay. Rated Frog, yep, I added 3 new member emojis because all of Pavlo Fedorov's gifted memberships unlocked more member emojis that I can upload. I have 3 more emojis that I can upload, but I haven't decided exactly what they're gonna be. Abraham Goska, sorry I missed the answer for the poll. It was 30 Days of Night. Kirby, Abraham Goska, Cosborn Little Arms, thank you, Grace. Rich with the emoji. OMG, that isn't just embarrassing, it's terrifying. The thing is, I wasn't terrified because I have a long history of fainting at blood and needles. I have always been so bad. I went to the mall when I was 16 to get my ears pierced at Claire's, which is what at least a lot of millennial girls did when they became old enough to get their ears pierced. It's gonna go to the mall, gonna get my ears pierced when I'm 16 at Claire's. And so I went to the mall and I got my ears pierced, and then the piercer she was showing me how to clean my piercings. And I just looked in the mirror and I saw it was just seeing the fresh piercing through my ear just sent me into a tailspin. So I fainted in the mall when I was 16 when I got my ears pierced. I have fainted during at least one blood draw. At least I was sitting in a chair, but I just remember I leaned my head back and then I passed out. And then when I woke up, there were like 5 more nurses in front of me. And I was like, this just happens to me, guys. I'm so sorry. And then fainted at Walgreens, crashed into the end cap. And I know I've fainted another time. Those are the only 3 I can come up with right now. But these days, so I will still go in, like I'm not gonna be, like it sucks because I'm so bad with blood and needles, but I'm not willing to skip out on vaccine, especially like boosters that you need, or blood work, because I like to know what's going on. If things are low and I need to fix, like add a supplement or whatever. So yeah, so I still go in for like my routine appointments and getting blood work done and boosters and all that stuff, but it just is so miserable. But so at this time, whenever I get sent down to the lab where they take your blood to run tests, I always, I don't even care anymore. I'm like, I don't care if you judge me. I don't care if you think I'm a wuss. I'm making your day much better by telling you that I need to be reclined with my head against a wall and preferably have crackers and a juice box or some kind of sugar at the ready, because otherwise, honestly, even if I'm sitting up and I'm not reclined, like I could still faint. And then now you've got to drag in more care professionals, like you're gonna have to get me up to a different floor. It's gonna be a mess. You're probably not gonna be able to use my blood sample because I fell out of the chair. So I tell every single provider who is giving me a shot or is gonna be doing a blood draw, that I get faint and dizzy and pass out with blood and needles, and I am like, can I please recline and go to a different, they usually have like a separate room where you can just like lie down. Because then if you faint, you're just like, you're lying in a chair. Because the thing about this, it's like if you faint during a vaccine or blood draw and then you hit your head and you're bleeding on the floor or you've blacked out, now this is like a sanitary issue in a healthcare setting. Now it's going to disrupt every other care professional in the vicinity who's going to have to like probably stop what they're doing and be like, oh my God, there's a patient on the floor and she's passed out and she's unconscious and there's blood on the, like, it creates such a scene. So I don't even care anymore. I just tell care providers that I'm terrible with blood and needles and I just need to recline. It's so frustrating because it's like, I've tried so many things to try and get over this fear, and I can't crack it. Grumstar, no, I don't have any tattoos, and I probably won't get tattoos, realistically. Nivea, I am a vegan, yes. RVD Express says, dang, glad you didn't get hurt. Same. I'm sure I had like some minor bruises just from crashing into the end cap and falling down, but yeah, it could have been way worse, and I could have injured someone else too, which then becomes a real lawsuit liability issue for Walgreens because now something's happened in their store. Like it was bad, but it could have been way worse. Yava says, when I was in Germany, we played Bar Bowls Kogelbarn. Great fun. Interesting. I don't think I ever played that. Happy Life, hello. Hunk of Crab, good to see you as well. Toxic Meme, I could be your Prince Charming and you can hold my arm while you faint. It's okay. I've been much better in recent years. Like I got a blood draw. I went in for my routine physical exam this past summer. And of course they sent me to the lab and they're like, we're gonna run all the routine. Let's check your vitamin D levels. Let's check your white blood cell count, your hemoglobin, like all this stuff. And I'm like, great, I want to know this info too. I think knowledge is power when it comes to taking ownership of your health, taking control of your health. But the process of getting that information is hell for me. So they sent me down to the lab and I was just like, okay, I try to tell myself like, whatever, just, you're fine, grow up, toughen up. It's not the end of the world. They're just taking a little blood. So I feel like I've gotten better. And actually, I reclined, had my blood taken in, I think it was July or August this past summer. And I got a little bit dizzy, but I just sat there for a good 5 minutes, sipped on some orange juice, and then walked out, and I was totally fine. And I was so proud of myself. Such a big leap for me, not having any sort of spectacle when it comes to blood and needles. Nick Hussein, Grumstar, Rare, where am I here? Rare Breed. I hope you don't drive. So, whenever I have healthcare appointments, I will usually have someone drive me. But if I know in advance, like there's certain appointments, like dental appointments, where I know it's gonna be like a routine cleaning, and then I can kind of sense from what usually goes down at what type of appointment, where it's like if I know it's a routine physical, there's probably gonna be blood work and maybe some vaccines. If I'm going in for just like a quick consultation about an issue or something that's bothering me, like I'm pretty sure they're not gonna poke and prod, so I'm okay to just travel myself. We did popcorn stringing for our tree this year. That's something I've never done, and I would love to do hunk of crab. Would dark sunglasses help? No, I don't think so. Mr. Cravensworth, just fainting in all of America's large corporate establishments then. I hate needles too, though. I act like a big baby. Chief the Medicine Man, it just has always creeped me out. Ever since I was a kid, I remember thinking, I really don't like the fact that there is this needle going into my muscle or going into my arm and either injecting something into me or pulling something out of, like, oh, it just has always given me the creeps and just sent me into this like ultra panic state. It's so weird. I always look away when they bring out the valve. Oh yeah, I don't want to see. Honestly, what was I watching? I was watching something. Oh, I'm watching this show called A Discovery of Witches, and they're part of the show involves a laboratory where they run blood tests and they're looking at DNA markers and all this stuff. And they do a few blood draws, and I'm like, I don't want to see any of it. I don't want to see you putting on the little tourniquet. I don't want to see, it's just so gross. Let's see, Toxic Mayhem. So it's a fear. I never look at the needle yep, same. I'm like, I don't want to see any of it. I look away. I prefer, whenever there's going to be a vaccine or a blood draw, I always ask, like, can I please get a countdown? I want to know what's coming. And they'll go, 3, 2, 1, poke. And then I'm just like, all right, just remain calm, deep breaths, look away, stay in the chair for a few minutes afterwards, just kind of I can just feel the like dizzy spell coming on. And if I just sit there and then it's like, they'll unwrap you, put on the Band-Aid, and bring you, crackers, cookie, orange juice, whatever. Ooh, laundry's done. That was so loud, sorry. Then once all of it's over, I've been okay the last few times that I've gone in. Ugh, yuck. Alex says Catalina Crunch is goated. I know, I've got 2 out on my counter right now. Mike G is here. Dustin MT, hello. I've just been rambling on about my tragic history with blood and needles. Drunken Chef Barbecue, passing through. Have a great live. Thank you so much for passing through and giving this stream a like. Let's see, Toxic Mayhem. Let's see, Cosborn. Are you big on getting blood tests every once in a while? Oh, 100%. That's the thing, is I'm super, like I want to know everything there is to know. Good, bad, ugly. I want to run every test. I want to know everything, even if it's a bad result. I love getting, like, I love having test results. I love knowing my levels. I love knowing, because it's like there's certain things in my family health history that I'm trying to stay on top of. I know blood pressure, like high blood pressure, what's it called? Hypertension runs in my family, type 2 diabetes, obesity. There's another one, arthritis, and I think thyroid stuff. And so I'm like, okay, nothing like too spooky that I'm like really scared about, but I'm like, I'm 32, so it seems like a good time to just be real. Like, I've always been good about going in to get checked out. And even it's like, to me, ignorance is not bliss. Like, ignorance is pure hell because you're just left wondering in fear, going onto WebMD and ChatGPT and Googling your symptoms, and then you're like, oh, I'm done. I have stage 4 this, and I'm now terrified. I'm like, no. Go in, get all the tests done, do it on a regular basis, get screened. I do not mess around with that stuff. So I love knowing where all of my levels are at. Like with this last physical exam, annual, they call it an annual wellness exam, where you just get a once over head to toe by your primary care doctor. So I went in this past summer, and I was surprised my vitamin D levels were low. Like, they weren't like, oh my God, red alert, you're dying. But it was like, here's the normal range. And I'm trying to think, if you're looking at my screen, it's like, if this is the low end of the normal range, I was sitting somewhere like just below that. And so my doctor flagged it, and she's like, okay, how about we up your vitamin D intake to this? I recommend taking a supplement. And I just assumed it's like, I run all the time, I'm outside, I get sunlight, but I also live in a place that's very cold. I work an indoor job, like an indoor 9 to 5. And so I was like, oh dang, okay. I just assumed that was fine. So I liked getting that. Like I like going into my like health portal and seeing the results, because then I'm like, okay, that looks good, that looks good. Ooh, okay, that's a little low. What little note did she write for me? And so then I upped my vitamin D. Especially as a vegan, I like checking my B12. Actually, it's funny because my B12 was too high. Like I was taking extra supplements of B12, and they're like, all right, how about we bring it down just a little bit, like take a little break from this. But to me, knowing all of my health stats gives me such peace of mind, instead of sitting at home self-diagnosing on the internet and scaring yourself to death, wondering what you have. So I love knowing all the health info about my body. The process of getting the test results, though, sucks, because it means oftentimes, sometimes you can pee in a cup, sometimes you can get a swab, sometimes it's not super invasive, but in some cases you just have to go down to the lab and have your blood taken. And it's like, oh, like standing down in the lab last summer, I was like, oh, I wish I didn't have to give a blood sample. But at the same time, one thing that I'll kind of tell myself to help shift me from panic mode to being more calm is like, I'm actually really interested to see if I've been doing a good job and all of my blood metrics look great, or if certain things need work. So that's at least something that helps get me through the horrible test. Ernest, hello. You sent a floating heart. I'll get you on my list. How have you been, Ernest? I've been going on a long ramble about how bad I am. But getting better. But I would say like my unfortunate history of fainting and dizziness and just getting like just the sweats and general discomfort around blood and needles. All right, Toxic Ma'am, I'm 28 and got checked blood test. Danielle, love to see those new member emojis. Your blood tests would always be healthy. You're way so healthy. I mean, I would say generally my blood work was good, but in the case of vitamin D, that was actually, it was surprisingly a bit low. And I was like, dang, I just assumed if I get outside for some runs and go for a quick walk here and there, I'm fine. But I do spend so much of my life indoors, and I tend to sleep in, I mean, I have a 9-to-5 job, but I tend to go straight to work and I don't spend much time outside. And I work out in the evenings, oftentimes when the sun is going down or it's already set. So when I look at my day-to-day life, I'm like, yeah. And it's Minnesota, so it's overcast and snowy and dark a lot of the time. We have long winters. So that was a helpful test result to see, because I'm like, okay, like it's not terrible, but it's, you want to be having enough vitamin D because it's so important for immunity, among other things. Toxic Ma'am says the laundry was like a white noise for me to fall asleep. Oh my gosh, whoa, the Rams totally messed this up. What on earth? Whoa. 24-17. Okay. This game got closer than when I last looked. Dustin MT says, I hated needles when I was a kid, but as I got older, I hated taking medicine, so I just prefer the shot. Give me a shot over medicine any day of the week, LOL, says Kirby. Dustin says, I love the rambling. Toxic Ma'am, okay, saw that comment. Mission Mountain Man. Chief the Medicine Man, blood work is important. I took a course on reading lab results. My mother had a thyroid problem, but fine now. Yep. Yes, that's the thing, is like, I want to run everything. I would rather catch something as early as possible and fix it and address it versus letting something go for a long time and then it's progressed and it's gotten worse, and then you have to do a lot more drastic interventions to address the problem and maybe not even fix it because it's too far gone. So I try to get ahead of everything. I mean, oh, it's the same. Is this the same sprinter? Is this the same sprinter? Dude. Okay, I just gotta pause and applaud this man. He avoided capture. He ran like Usain Bolt into that end zone. Also, some Rams player just Superman like threw himself at him, missed, and then just completely hit the ground. Like, that was crazy. Wow. Okay, sorry, I gotta rewatch this replay right here. Wow. And it was an interception too. Holy moly. Oh, they didn't play the whole thing. Ah, good job, Falcons. I'm surprised that LA is not doing as well. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Sorry. Is that Stafford? Yeah. All right, Toxic Mayhem says, I don't mean to be a troll, Hannah, but I can help you with vitamin D. I live in SoCal. Yeah, I mean, it's not that I need to move necessarily. Something I try to do is actually get out for more walks during the day if I can, during the workday. And I've also, like, I did a brand collab actually, if you guys remember, but I take this wonderful, it's a vegan vitamin A, D, and K supplement, and it actually came at the perfect time because the brand reached out to me right around the time that I got my lab results back. And it's funny because the person who reached out to me was asking me, okay, so do you have any idea of what you're going to talk about in your video? And I said, well, I actually recently got my lab results back and I was low on vitamin D. So this comes at a perfect time, and we're heading into winter here in Minnesota. Yeah, so I've loved using this. I'm almost out of it actually. I need to get more of this stuff. Yes, I love having health information. It brings me, even if it's troubling. Like, you get a test result and you're like, whoa, what is that? I'm scared now. Still, knowing a result, good or bad, to me is way better than not knowing and trying to guess and self-diagnose. Because you're just, oh my God, it's like this never-ending rabbit hole of internet searching, and you're like, oh my God, it could be this, but then there's this thing, and oh my God, it could be this. No, thank you. Mr. Cravensworth, so in life, you are very logical and certain, and you need answers. You don't want to just guess, not a pessimistic person, but kind of you need an answer. I just like to be based in reality at all times and have every fact available to every possible fact I can get about something that I want to know, I want. It's like, I don't mind facing the facts if they suck and they're maybe kind of scary, but being left to speculate and guess and not know for certain, like being left in that kind of purgatory frickin' sucks. It's so unpleasant. I know some people find comfort in not knowing because it leaves open the possibility that it could be this, it could be that. But for me, having to sit and wonder about something, especially when it's your body and your health, I'm like, nope, I want to know everything that's going on to a point. It's not like I'm going in and getting MRI scans and x-rays every day. I mean, it's not impacting my life, but I would say being diligent and making routine appointments to get checked out, to me, it just brings a lot of peace. Just like I recently was at my eye doctor and he's like, your eyes look great. I was recently at the dentist and it's like, yep, x-rays look good, no new cavities, great. Knowing that a professional, like a licensed health professional, has sat down and inspected me and run whatever tests they need to run and is like, you're good to go, that gives me a lot of comfort. All right, I know I'm behind. Ernest, hello. Thanks again for that floating heart. Bugatti, did I get you on my list? Yes, I did. Okay, thank you. Lots of gifts tonight. Xander Wood, I don't know if I remember you. Cosborn says, I drove over an hour to an endocrinologist just for a super comprehensive thyroid and testosterone panel. People thought I was dumb. Whatever. Don't pay them no mind. But I thought it was cool to see where those levels are really at. Yeah, I mean, hey, you know what? It's your body and it has to last you a lifetime. Nobody else is living in your body. You are the only person that is living in your body, and you have to live with that for the rest of your life. So no matter, it's like people can chirp all they want and give you crap, but it's your body, it's your business, and you're the one who has to live in your body. So I say, take really good care of your body because it's gotta get you through all the way in this life. Mr. Cravensworth sent a $2 super chat. Thank you. Let me make sure to like and heart and get a screenshot. I think I got it. Yeah. Thank you very much for the super chat, Mr. Cravensworth. Yes, Bugatti, I do take vitamins and minerals every day. Yeah, but Hannah, how about a DNA helix symbolizing your heritage as you get asked every stream? See profile. Maybe I would want to come up with something maybe a little more specific to like European and Ethiopian ancestry. Also, I feel like there already exists, like a DNA helix already exists. Yeah, but in the regular crop of emojis. Like if I Google or if I search DNA, yep. Like if you see in this, it's still a helix, but there's already a general emoji that's a helix. So I would want something a little more tailored. Xander Wood, Jojo, Bobo, Lima, Siski. Who are you going for playoffs? Honestly, at this point, I'm so proud of and happy for Sam Darnold at the Seahawks. He is a former Viking, and initially I was just so sad for him that we let him go. But clearly he was on to bigger and better things because the Seahawks have been doing tremendously. So I'm actually now rooting for the Seahawks to win the Super Bowl. Chief the Medicine Man says, it's crazy, but lab results are not based on what is actually healthy, but is based on the average person. True. That's why the ranges have changed and will continue to change. True, but you still have to measure it based on something. So it's like if there's an average, sure, it might be, it's not a perfect way to measure, but you have to measure it against something. So I don't mind, I don't mind seeing the ranges that they put for blood levels for different things that they measure in your blood, for example, because I still want to know, and if most of my things are within range, so I'm like, and also too, beyond the testing, it's like, well, okay, I feel good, nothing feels off, I'm following all the advice they say to get a lot of sleep, hydrate, eat clean, avoid stress, don't drink alcohol, don't smoke, all of that stuff. I'm like, well, I'm following like the basics of Health 101 that they say to everybody. So if my labs look good, the ones I'm most concerned about, like if you're a female, you have to go in for a pap smear every few years. And that's where they swab your cervix to see if there are precancerous cells detected. So basically if like cancer is forming on that part of your body. And so like that's a big one. Same with mammograms. Like I haven't gotten a mammogram yet. I think I'll start when I'm in my 40s. Holy crap. But yeah, for me, it's like, okay, if the blood ranges for the blood tests they're based on the average person, whatever. But for me, like the big ones are screening for cancer, because it's like a precancer cell is a precancer cell. Like we got to address this if that's coming back. And luckily, very happy, hopefully never. It's been all negative results for pap smears. Kirby says Stafford should lock in MVP with a win. Ooh. Nick Hussein, Peyton Strickland. Absolutely, I get a lot of flack for that, but I just want the info answer today. Same. I really cannot stand I understand it's just how the healthcare system works sometimes, where they have to take your blood and then they have to ship it off to a lab, say in Illinois, and I'm in Minnesota, and then they're gonna have to run it at that lab and then relay the results back to my clinician, and then she's gonna have to type it into my portal for me to see. So I get that you can't always get an instant test result. Sometimes you can, but the waiting is just, I'm like, oh, I just want to know now. It's driving me crazy. Ringo, Happy New Year to you. Thank you so much. Buddha, I walk around all day trying to find a copy of Call of Duty. Interesting. Rocking with Cowboy, good to see you. Danielle Buddha, have you looked on eBay? Have you taken down your Christmas tree yet? Oh no, Rocking with Cowboy. I am inspired by this comment. I'm gonna try and come up with a second trivia question for you guys. Poll question number 2. When do I take down my Christmas tree? And let me come up with some creative options for you guys. Buddha, saw that one. Kirby, a mix between Ethiopian and American flag. Ooh, that would be cool. I like that idea. Dang, this game is a tie now. Woo! Crazy. Oh, the Falcons, they let their lead slip. This is sad for them. Okay. So when do I take down my Christmas tree? The day after Ethiopian Christmas, which is January 8th. No. Day after New Year. Martin Luther King Jr. weekend, or when the last snow melts. So this trivia question is inspired by Rocking with Cowboy's earlier question, have you taken down your Christmas tree yet? The answer is no. I keep my Christmas tree up until a certain point, and it's one of these days. Swerton says go Broncos. Ashley is here. Good to see you. Ooh, Swerton says I take a packet of Emergency with vitamin D and zinc every day. Amazing. I have a multivitamin, I have vitamin D, and then honestly, guys, especially these days when like feels like everyone's getting the flu, everyone's getting the vid. I bought this bonus vitamin C supplement, and it's extract from acerola cherries. I don't know how to say them. But I add a little bit of vitamin C into my diet. But I've also taken Emergency when I was like, ooh, I gotta be careful. Alexander Bryant, Danielle, Broncos are hopefully gonna go. Dustin, is that a shoe rack? Yes, this is where I have my shoes. Running shoes, sneakers, Birkenstocks. Toxic Ma'am, of course, after your Christmas is when I take it down. My tree becomes a Valentine's Day tree. I love that, Danielle. I would love to have a Valentine's Day tree at some point. That's such a good idea. Tree comes down January 1st. Lights stay up year round, says Swerton. Okay. Random question. Oh, you're good, Dustin MT. Johnny Theva. Hey, good to see you. So glad that you're a member. I had a wonderful Christmas. It was really nice. It was relaxing, but a really fun full day. I was at my parents' house. We unwrapped presents around noon. We had our traditional Chinese takeout meal, and we watched the Vikings play the Lions and end the Lions season. I was sad for the Lions because the Vikings were already out of the playoffs at that point, and that, I was rooting for the Lions to make it to the Super Bowl, but not to be. Kirby says, that's smart, Danielle. I know, I love that. That is so cool. Changing your tree into a Valentine's Day tree. Such a cool idea. Ernest says, Falcons fans get salty when I bring up the loss to the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Oh no. That's funny. I want to make sure to get Mr. Cravensworth on my list for donos. Oops, not that. Mr. Cravensworth. There we go. Perfect. Almost forgot to drop my 5 likes, says Ernest. Oh my goodness, thank you. Johnny Theva, how was your Christmas? So good to see you. Airborne, I heard it was healthier, says Toxic Mayhem. Michael St. John, go Texans. I don't know how the Texans are doing. That's a team I just don't have on my radar much, except when they have crossed paths with the Vikings. Excuse me. All right, last clove going in for this row that I'm working on. Texans going to Super Bowl or nah? I don't know enough to say. I'm not sure. I would say at this point, I hope that the Seattle Seahawks are going to the Super Bowl. Yaba says, Hannah, in the UK, there's a free vaccination against PAP, HPV. Yep, I got it. I got the Gardasil shot. Is this available? Yep. So yeah, but in the United States, I know exactly, well, I don't know if they're called something different in the UK. Maybe they are. What are Gardasil shots called in the UK? In the UK. Yep, it's the same. Gardasil 9. Yes. Yep, I've gotten the Gardasil 9 shots. Thank goodness. I personally think it's a great thing to get. Larry, great to see you too, Larry. Thanks for being here. I doubt the Pats are, but I can hope, says Ernest. Harsh Yadav, thank you. On a hope and a prayer, says Michael St. John, for the Texans. Okay. Yeah, I am not the person to comment on how I think the Texans have been doing. All right, first line is done. Yay! Mohawk orange. I might get started with the second row, but I don't want to be on here too late. Be sure to vote in the poll, guys, if you haven't yet. Looks like 22 of you have voted so far. Again, trying not to spritz my eye with orange peel spritz. All right, Falcons, let's see it. Let's see it. Ah! Deploy your Usain Bolts. Run it. Man. Holy moly, this game. What a game. 38 seconds left and it's tied. Oh, this is so exciting. I'm excited. I hope they win since they're at home. Beetlejuice. Wait, hold on, Beetlejuice. Wait. You. Am I wrong? Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, you had a birthday 2 days ago on Saturday, according to my notes. Happy belated birthday, Beetlejuice. Did you do anything fun this weekend for your birthday? If you'd like to share. Ernest is saying, just got back home from a 2.5-mile walk, 31 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Nice and nippy, yes. I love some good chilly weather, but you're not freezing. Like, I went on a run today and it was so windy and so cold, and I was wearing multiple layers, and on top I had a sweatshirt, and the wind was so bad where I was like touching my ears, and I'm like, oh shoot, like I can't feel my ears. I think I'm okay, but you start to get a little nervous about your exposed skin because you're like, I don't want to get frostbite. So 31 degrees Fahrenheit, I love that because it's right at the freezing point, but still it's like refreshing and not harsh. OMG, OMG, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Crazy game, guys. Man, there have been some good games lately. Sean says go Rams. Oh, we're rooting for different teams then. I'm rooting for the Falcons purely because they're at home, and I'd love to see the Falcons get a win in front of their fans. Oh God, here we go. Ah, they're in field goal range. Just don't mess this up, guys. Don't mess this up. Just hold on to the ball. Oh shoot, it's 4th down. Dang it. What are they gonna do? Field goal? I picked the wrong one, says Chief the Medicine Man. Which one did you pick, and which one do you think is the right answer? Okay, so Beetlejuice, gonna go to the casino, won 300 on Trivia Radio Show. What? That's perfect for your birthday. I'm happy for you. Yes, Ernest, yes, you're an Eskimo and you like the cold. I'm a cold weather person. I don't enjoy super hot weather. I enjoy when it's comfortable outside, like 70s, but once it hits 80 degrees or higher, I don't like it. It's too, I get sweaty real quick and I get uncomfortable in my clothes. Okay, here we go. Ah, field goal to win it. Field goal to win it. Let's go. They got it. Woo! Let's go, Atlanta. And now the Rams have 21 seconds to make something happen. Good job. Beautiful kick. Beautiful. Yeah. Clear through. Nice. Nice job, dude. Michael St. John, I got 2nd place in fantasy football. I have never played fantasy football. I kind of understand how it works. Not totally. What you gonna do, Rams? What you gonna do? Yeah, Bijan Robinson has been killing it tonight. MLK meant to pick January 8th. Gotcha. Well, then that can count as your vote. What time is it? Ooh, it's after 10. All right. I think I'm going to do a few more cloves, and then I'll let you guys know what the answer is. All right. Let's see it. 21 seconds. Ooh, what's going to happen? Field goal. Yes, Beetlejuice. Danielle says it's 23 degrees here in Colorado with wind. Ooh, yeah, the wind. The thing is, I like I'm okay with temperatures. I would say anywhere from, in wintertime, anywhere from 10 degrees Fahrenheit to 32, freezing or melting. That range is fine, but once you add wind and now the wind chill is bringing it to a lower temp that it feels like, that I cannot stand. Stafford. Oh. I thought they were gonna get that one. Adrian Clerks, good day from Australia. Boy, oh boy, what time is it for you currently in Australia? It's 10 p.m. at night where I am. I'm in the central time zone in the middle of the United States. I'm gonna say, since you're so far away, it's gonna be Tuesday afternoon for you over in Australia. Crazy San Fran game. Yes, OMG, the 49ers versus the Bears. That final play, I was sad for the Bears that they didn't win that one. But that was such a dramatic game right till the very final second. Okay. All right, do or die. 16 seconds, 15 seconds, 14, 13. Oh, is he gonna catch it? Nope, but no flag. Oh, 9 seconds left. Can they do it, guys? Can they do it? Toxic Ma'am says, I don't even know how American football works. I would say I know most of the rules and plays, but I don't know all of it. I don't know all of American football. But I think if you can just get the basic concept of like what the score, like how you can score and like possessions and downs, I don't think it's too complicated to understand. I think if you just watch enough games, you get the hang of it. John or Joan Tates, hello. Beetlejuice, Toxic Ma'am, my uncle lives in Atlanta, let's go. Ernest is saying, for summer I like 50 to 65, ideal temp, winter I want 5 feet of snow, same. Covering everything, the world is beautiful with a coat of snow. I feel the same way. I want Snowmageddon. I just want so much snow, and I have not been satisfied these last few years. We just had a blizzard though, and it was nice and snowy today because it was pretty much, what was it? I think it was all of yesterday starting in the morning and then into the evening. And today it was just so beautiful to look at the snow on all the trees. And fortunately, the city of Minneapolis does a great job shoveling, so all of the paths, all of the sidewalks and roads were well plowed, at least in my area. Ooh. But yes, Ernest, I need tons and tons of snow to be satisfied in the winter. Vlogs and Paws, who's a member, awesome. Happy holidays, Alfredo. Ray, hello. That's okay, no worries. Tune in whenever you can. Okay. Isaiah, thank you so much, Isaiah. I'm wearing these antlers actually through January 7th because that is Orthodox Christmas and my family celebrates Orthodox Christmas. Health and Fitness is guessing Martin Luther King Jr. Larry Middleton, do you have plans for New Year's Eve? Yes, I am going on vacation this week, guys. I'm going to be going up north to northern Minnesota. I love doing New Year's Eve up there. All of us are going, and we're going to be staying at my uncle's place and just playing cards. I've posted pictures and mentioned my uncle up there. So yeah, we're going to go up to my uncle's place and hang out, eat food, watch movies, maybe do some crafting. And ring in the New Year's up there. Yeah. I think I want to make being up north in northern Minnesota my New Year's Eve tradition. I just love being up there for the New Year. I was up there to ring in this year. Yaba says, here it's still warm and the squirrels are still active, so we're keeping the feeders full. Oh. Khalid is here, Stars Darkness. Ray says, me neither, and I've been to like 50 football games the last 3 years for band. Let's see. Barry. Hello, Barry. Good to see you. Danielle, my squirrels don't hibernate anymore. We feed them year round. Wow. They will even come out in the snow. I'm trying to think if our squirrels do that here. I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled and see if I can film some clips of squirrels I see out and about in the winter. Barry, are you making another holy hand grenade of Antioch? I'm making a pomander, if that's what you mean. Ray says hey to Danielle, his too, the reindeer, yep. I'm gonna be a reindeer through January 7th. So these antlers and the whole like jingle bell stuff, it's not going away, you know, just yet. It's gonna be here until January 7th. All right, let's maybe put one more clove in here. Oh, thank you so much, T-God, which is, I believe, Beamer Boy. Thank you so much for the 100 gift. All right, let's get one more clove. Oh my gosh, you guys, for any other reason, just doing this craft, it's like aromatherapy. I don't want to say it actually is, but you are just constantly getting to smell citrus and clove, and it's so nice. Your hands smell like it. It makes your kitchen or your room, wherever you're doing it, it just makes the air smell so good. I think this might be it. Last few seconds. Last few seconds. Final. That's it. Game over. Falcons win it. Yeah. Good job, Falcons. Jackson Johannes, do they have any public event for New Year's like fireworks as per most cities? I think so. I'm not going to be around here on New Year's, so I'm not sure, but I feel like there have to be some kind of fireworks display. Not sure. So I made some progress on line number 2. I've got line number 1 all poked in there, and then we've got line number 2 in progress. So pomander number 2, yay. Mohawk orange. I think it's cute. All right, guys, I'm gonna set this down. I need to close the poll too before I forget. Oh my God. Oh, clove. It's just so nice. Kamaz G's Privyet. Welcome, welcome. Joan Tate, thank you. Jackson, you want to smile forever. Hello, Danielle. Oh, wait, hold on. Let me get T-God, aka Beamer Boy. Bury them some nutty squirrels right there. Yes, they are. Hello, Beamer Boy. Hope you've been good. Hope you've been doing good. Ray says, Danielle, I'm great. I'm 2 months post-op and finally gaining mobility back. That's so awesome, Ray. Jackson, I'm making a pomander. Ray, my New Year's plans are just watching Stranger Things with my best friend and staying up way later than midnight. Excellent. I love this plan. Good night, Hannah. I hope you have a wonderful evening and a restful night. You too. Thank you, Ernest. Mike is here. Jackson. All right, I'm gonna close the poll and let you guys know the answer. Oh, look at my phone. So guys, poll question number 2. The question was, when do I take down my Christmas tree? The day after Ethiopian Christmas got the most votes. It's not the day after Ethiopian Christmas. Second place, the day after New Year's. No, it's not the day after New Year's. Third place, when the last snow melts. That is the correct answer. I keep my Christmas tree up until the snow has completely melted away. I ended up taking my Christmas tree down in April, like this past April, because that's when finally all of our snow melted away. And I remember a lot of people were there and there were a ton of gifted memberships that night, but I was live streaming from my living room, taking down my Christmas tree. I'm planning on doing that in the new year. Whenever the snow is completely gone, I will do a live stream where I take down my Christmas tree and I put away my ornaments. Yeah, so that is, I keep it up for a long time. I put a lot of effort into having my Christmas tree look nice, and it's also like, I really like it as home decor in the winter time, especially when it's super dark, and having something cozy and bright in your home is really nice to come home to, especially if you're coming in from the cold or you're spending a lot of time indoors because it's so cold outside. I'm like, there is no need to rush in taking down a Christmas tree. So I keep it up for months. I put it up on my 24 hours of Christmas live stream, which also, guys, this is crazy to say. Wow, you guys, my 24 hours of Christmas live stream started a month ago today. The first day of that 24-hour live stream was November 29th, and it went from November 29th to November 30th. And today is December 29th. Can you believe that? That was a month ago. Wow. Yaba says you won't see the white squirrel in the snow. True. Honestly, good for the squirrel. I'd rather that it blend in and not get picked off by predators. Danielle says, that's so great to hear. I'm so glad you're doing better. Happy New Year to you. For Ray. T-Rex, hello. Cosburn says, can we see your tree real quick by chance? Let me see. Let's see if I can switch this. I'm trying to zoom. Not great, but there you go. Yes, so it's still up. Joan Tate, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Destiny Sierra, very exciting. I hope that they're great fireworks. Olivia, you made it. Yay! Danielle, that's cool. I love to redecorate mine for Valentine's Day and sometimes Easter. Yes, it's so soothing. It's so cozy, and it's like, just because one holiday is over doesn't mean you have to take it down. There's no rules when it comes to your Christmas tree being up. I'm sure there's people who keep Christmas trees up all year round, but they just redecorate them for different things. Yeah, I love having mine up. Such a pretty tree. Thank you, Olivia. Ray PW. Yulia and Cosmorn looks like a taller one. Yes, it's a taller and skinnier tree, I would say. All right, I am gonna say thank you to everyone who donated tonight. So there was a super chat from Mr. Cravensworth, and then there were gifts from Tony, Chad Wilson, MHC Baseball, who gave a dono tower, Smile Forever, Wade in Texas, y'all, Jupiter Clone, Ernest, Bugatti, and Beamer Boy. You sent gifts, thank you very much. There was, I think, just one mod tonight. I saw Happy Life, and I want to say thank you to Happy Life for being an awesome mod. Thanks everybody for voting in the polls and leaving questions, and for those of you who subbed, we are quickly approaching 13K. We're getting closer. Wow, we're a few away from 12.9K, so I think we will hit 13K probably within the first couple weeks of January would be my prediction. So it's coming up fast. Peggy Hecke, hello. Danielle, everyone have a good night. See you tomorrow. Yes. So now the reminder chat. You guys know the drill. Reminder that my next live miss, there's only 2 more days of live miss, guys. I'm kind of sad. My next live miss live stream is gonna be tomorrow night, which is Tuesday night, at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. So please come back for day 30 of Live Miss tomorrow night. And it's gonna be the second to last day of Livemas 2025, if you can believe it. Just 2 more days left after this one. Oh, that's okay, Olivia, no worries. I will be back on live tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. Kirby waving goodbye. Elliot, hello. Yulia. I think I'm all caught up now. So that's it, guys. I'm planning on hopefully finishing my pomander tomorrow. That's the goal. So I will be back in my kitchen, spiking my orange to continue with the pomander. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Good night, Kirby. Good night, Olivia. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night or rest of your day, whichever time zone you're in. And I will see you guys tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Central Time. Take